Secretary-General of the UN Ban Ki-moon presented his annual report at the General Assembly's 71st session, highlighting the challenges confronting the global mafia that own everything. Ban Ki-moon opened the annual farce with an apology on behalf of world leaders.
My message to people of Earth is clear. Your leaders are warmongering, lying scum who serve faceless super-rich people whose names you have never heard. They subvert or ignore democracy in favor of commercial interests and geopolitical influence. They pilfer your country's resources on behalf of shady, unaccountable transnational corporations. They imprison and torture critics, suppress freedom of speech and political dissent. They spy on you, their own people, so they can round you up and identify troublemakers. After 10 years as a top UN official, I am more convinced than ever that we at the United Nations are powerless to end war, poverty and persecution. It's not that we lack the will or the means to prevent conflict, or we are unable to close the gap between our rich and poor. It's just that we only exist to provide a veneer of legitimacy or to the murdering scum passing themselves off as your leaders. Your leaders are, of course, powerless to stop themselves behaving in such a way. And mostly, we here at the UN are here to catalogue and monitor their atrocities, as if the act of counting the dead, refugees and famine victims were itself useful. Yes.
The Secretary-General's opening address underlined that the leaders of the world continue to create complex security threats using proxy armed conflict and radicalization to compound governance failure, pushing societies to the brink, thereafter stealing their resources, propping up puppet leaders, and fucking the survivors over for a buck. Nice. America and Russia fell out acrimoniously during the opening debate at the UN, with each claiming the other's lies were less believable than their own. Here's Mr. Kerry for America. Why, our lies are way more believable than Russia's. Does anyone believe Lavrov's claims the 8 trucks in Aleppo just caught fire? What kind of parallel reality is he in, really? It's a lie. We all know it's a lie, and the United Nations are going to do nothing about it. Nothing at all. Mr. Lavrov countered for Russia. Please, you're embarrassing yourself. Your lies about bombing ISIS are way bigger than ours. Does anyone believe the world's greatest superpower, with more spy satellites than white voters at a Trump rally, can't find 5,000 petrol tankers in the desert? Really? Can't find the refineries and storage depots they built? This stuff's on Google Earth. You would have to be a card-carrying, retarded moron to believe these lies. And the UN would have to be a facade of gross hypocrisy to let us both get away with it. Okay, shall we go for lunch now? And there will be much more on that story later.